because I'm not around a lot of people that speak Spanish. So I used to wake up in the morning, and the mornings here in downtown are brown. So it's very powerful for me. And like I say, I love to walk in the morning and see all the workers and all the blood of this city, really, the thing that make this city move in the mornings and make this city amazing and make tourists want to come here because it's a lot of people working that nobody see. And now they are trying to generate hate in us. They want to hate or the brown community, and the same thing the black community. They have this division, and it's part of the idea of them why always need to be better than everybody else. So for me, it's very powerful to see all you together, that you are ready to do something for the community. And if something happens, you go, like I always say, like I know Carmen, and I know that if somebody came for Carmen, I'm gonna be besides you, I'm gonna be in front of you. You're not gonna take her. Why? Because she's part of my community. And this is the concept of sanctuary everywhere. If you know somebody that can be a fake, that you're gonna be in front of this person and you're gonna say, no, it's not okay. You're gonna come for me first. Because I'm ready to do this for everybody here. No matter what. So I would like to invite, so for me, one of the more powerful things that a lot of times you don't know when you are doing the work. A lot of people think that no profits is doing the work, when really it's normal people doing the work. So for me, No Valeria was amazing to hear this, because it's the real concept of how you can be doing sanctuary everywhere. She knows somebody, she does something about it when somebody have a problem. So I would like to invite you here. Like I said, personally for me, you are an example of how we can take our community back and protect our community and believe again in community, and not have this white fence saying no trespassing. If you trespassing, I'm gonna kill you. And it's more like have these signs of welcome, come inside my house. You are my neighbor. I'm gonna love you and I'm gonna take care of you. So if you want to say a few words, like.
Well, thank you. I just came here to share a story of Glory, who is a girl from Asheville, from our town, that was affected by what a law like the HB 370 would look like if it comes to North Carolina. I don't know if a lot of you know about the story of Glory. Glory is a young girl, single mom, originally from El Salvador, that came alone when she was 14 years old, and she was pregnant. She was escaping a very violent situation in El Salvador. So let me repeat. Girl, 14 years old, pregnant, alone, violence. So in those circumstances, she came, she crossed the border, she was detained, and shortly released to her mother, who was here, for and she was told she needed to come back for the immigration court. But the situation here in Asheville in her mom's place was so bad that her little baby and her mom, who was also pregnant, ended up in a shelter for domestic violence. They were there for 7 months. During those 7 months, she missed her court order and some following notices. So she ended up with a notice of removal. But anyways, years passed. You have this little young girl with 2 little kids of her own, and she worked here, loved by her community, by her friends, by her church. Happy kids, very sweet, hardworking woman. She happened to just cross barely the border of Tennessee when she got stopped at a traffic stop in Johnson City on January 7th. And since then, she's been in a detention center. She went from one detention center to another detention center to another detention center, high security facilities, and have 2 kids, wonderful kids, who were from happy, healthy kids to kids that cried to sleep, who have trouble smiling. Even when you say, let me take you a picture for your mom, they couldn't even smile. You can see it in their eyes. It's just seeing it. Just like Poncho said, we hear and we call the representatives and say, oh, there's so many Glories. There's so many people. There are millions of people being held. And then we have someone here that happens to live among us. And, in a way, I don't know if I did anything other than just, I just couldn't keep up with that. I couldn't just stay quiet and say, oh, sure, there's a million glories. So a million families are being apart for nothing wrong. This girl did nothing wrong other than being born on the wrong side of the border. And, just her cards were like that. So when, Poncho said, I did something, I think we all did something. Thanks to a community like ours, people like Poncho and Amy and Adrian and a lot of people here who have been outspoken. We submitted letters, a lot of letters. We collected money. So Glory's been 7 months and a half in a detention center with an immediate order of removal. Now we got a judge that agreed to reopen her case. We're going after a bond hearing in next week or so. And we have the opportunity to speak up and to not give up, because when this first happened, it happens to everybody. Oh, I know all these people in town that were deported, the families are separated. Oh, it's so sad that happened to them. It's what it is. Well, it's not what it is. Justice is possible if we all get together. I mean, we're humans. So, when people at Beloved asked me to tell her story, actually I'm shaking. I was like writing it this morning and but basically the story is we have to get together, stay together. It is possible. We're all humans. All we have to do is just not give up, not lose hope. Appreciate everybody who technically, the story that happened to Glory, the situation in which she got pregnant when she was 14 and she had to cross the border 5 months pregnant alone, doesn't happen to any of us. But we're here. It could happen to any of us. We're lucky. So what we need to do is just stay together, use her fortune as her voice. Like he said, we have the privilege to be able to speak up without fear. So thank you, and that's the story. We can all make a sanctuary town if we get together. Let's not look to the other side. It can happen to any of us. Thank you.
My name is Poncho Bermejo Amparo of Beloved Asheville. My family have been in this continent for more than 2,000 years and they call me immigrant. So I was thinking when Valeria was saying about Glory, and you think we go to a lot of meetings, they call us activists. So I'm not consider myself activist. I consider myself somebody that care. So I show up to these meetings and they always talk about, oh no, you need to take self-care for yourself. Oh, I'm gonna give you money and you need to spend time in the massage. And I say, and Glory? I'm here and I know that I have pain. I see a lot of stuff. Only what happened with Glory and all the other people that is receiving all this hate. I don't want to receive self-care if everybody is not going to receive self-care because make me feel something wrong. Then everybody that is in pain, the whole city is in pain. With all this stuff that is happening, and it's in the brown community, in the black community, so we need to figure it out a way then we can offer self-care for all these people and not have this option. I have this option only because I care. Like I'm in the group of the activists. I reject to be accepting self-care when it's other people that don't have this opportunity. So now I would like to invite Carmen to speak a little bit about the HB 370.
Thank you, beautiful people, for being here. We are a family. Would you repeat that after me? We are a family. Family looks out for each other. Family looks out for each other. It's important. Do what you can do. I'm here today to talk about, very briefly, HB 370. We all know that's an anti-immigrant bill designed, in my opinion, as a retaliation against sheriffs who said we will not be complicit with ICE on immigration issues, period. And so our General Assembly, as usual, I know North Carolina is trying to work its way to the bottom of every freaking list. But as usual, they've taken this position to terrorize, to create mistrust, to create anger, to create family separation. And the Asheville Bunker Branch NAACP absolutely oppose HB 370. Do you absolutely oppose it? While your presence here today is important, being a family that helps and support is being important. But we live in a system where elected officials make our decisions. That's my path. We have to tell them we absolutely do not want HB 370 on the books. Contact your representatives. Don't wait until tomorrow. Go home. Google is your friend. You can find all the information you need. Make those calls. Send those emails. Stand up and be counted, and continue to show up. Thank you for your presence. And I want to, by the way, thank our local sheriff, Quentin Miller, who stood up, who is against cooperating with ICE on immigration issues. And there are sheriffs in Wake County and Mecklenburg and a growing number of counties across North Carolina. So let's lift those people up who are doing the right thing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen a lot of racist thing in this country. Only I think HB 370 is very racist in a lot of ways. You think we, the people involved, select this sheriff to be in a position of power, and later the government or the system is disempower the sheriffs. And we assuming because they are black, because this never happened before, and they is disempowered with this building they try to pass, and later they are attacking another community. So they are having all this community. Let me go piece all this stuff. Only person like Carmen give me hope. I see Carmen in that song. We have been marching together, and we have been going out, showing up for different people. So people like Carmen give me a lot of hope. And like I say, if you want to have hope, if you are stressed about all the stuff that is going on, look beside you. There's a lot of people that have the same opinion that you, that want to make a change. And like Carmen, like Norma for me is a big example. I met Norma 1 year ago. And for me it was insane to know. I have been here long time. So somebody introduced us, and I was thinking Norma is doing similar work than myself and have the same dreams than myself. And now that we have been doing a lot of stuff together, I think this is the beautiful part of this world, and you can meet person like Norma that give me inspiration and make me believe there can be a change. And I always think that the reason that I never met Norma before is because all these idea that it's only a few group of people doing work, when it's a lot of people doing work, like Valeria doing this work, it's not only no profits doing this work, it's normal people, and you can be one of these people taking care of that community. The same that she's taking care of different people. So she's Norma.
Thank you. Well, yeah, this is the beauty and reencounter people like Valeria is a good friend from many years ago. Well, what I am today here is to honor accountability. And many things happen. A beautiful family branch turned into a not so beautiful family branch. That's another reason I'm late. I-40 West was having a lot of accidents, and I was thinking, all this will stop me to show up to church. And I said, no. So it's not going to stop me to show up here today. So I overcome those little obstacles on my morning, because this is church today. This is a sacred space today. We are on sacred grounds because you are making this symbol of oppression, this symbol of hate. You are turning today these grounds in sacred grounds. And my call to accountability is today, please go out, share what is happening with your friends, with your family members, in coffee shops, in crazy places. When I came to this country, my husband warned me, Norma, we don't speak about religion, money, or politics in our tables. And I was like, what in the heck do you speak about it though? So I think the people that made and still making this country great is not afraid to talk about politics, spirituality, human rights, decency, moral, and everything that we are holding strong today together on this space. I have the pleasure to have been working with Latinos for over 10 years and with my community for 20 years. And we need to start learning stories and meeting these amazing young people. Nobody can tell me that these children, these parents deserve the right to be among us. We deserve the right and the honor to have them among us. So don't let anybody make you believe different. This is not anymore about agendas. This is not anymore about which side of the political right, left stream we are on. This is about human rights. This is about children. This is about decency. We just cannot let this going on. We have suffered in many other countries what is now a totalitarian government. My classmates, many went missing. So I know we thought that couldn't happen here. Well, it is happening. And for the ones that know the signs, for the ones that have walked the path of totalitarianism, or whatever is in English, difficult word for me, we know it's happening. And it's happening because good people is staying in silence, because good people is not confronting the horrors we are living today. So please, show up, talk. We have to make people accountable that enjoy our art. To make people accountable that enjoys our food. We have to make people accountable that dances with our music. Enough is enough. We deserve to be surrounded by the beauty of those children that they are held in concentration camps. We deserve the honor of sharing our path with those parents that the only thing they are seeking is for a better future. And we have to do what we have to do. One reason people doesn't know, among other reasons about me, is because I kept a low profile and tried to do the work. I'm very busy doing the work. But now I said, okay, it's not time to keep in the low profile. It's not time to cherishing my Saturdays or Sundays anymore. And I have a stroke a month and a half ago, or an aborted stroke. And I was very, very, very defending my weekends. Well, stroke or not, I have grandchildren growing in this country. I have left one son growing in this country, and I am going to show up whatever I need to show up with a message of faith, love, spirituality, but accountability. Nobody is getting a free ride anymore. Thank you.
Yeah, we partnered with Norma in a lot of different things. So we teach youth about where we coming from for they to know laws or traditions. So one day I was talking with one of the kids, and I asked him if he have any problems in the school, and he said, you know, everything is cool in the school until I speak Spanish. So when I speak Spanish, the teachers tell me, oh no, you're not allowed to speak Spanish here. You need to speak English. So how crazy is this thing? Like, I start analyzing this thing, like they are teaching our kids to be ashamed of who they are. When for somebody else, somebody can speak two languages and they're gonna say, oh, you have this ability. Only for one of our kids, you need to be ashamed to speak Spanish. You need to be ashamed to speak two languages. So this is the stuff that this culture is teaching to our kids. Then they need to be ashamed of who they are, and they need to become Americans. This idea of the Americans, the land of freedom. Woo! The land of freedom. When I see in media all these kids in cages and all these families in cages, the land of freedom. When we have this altar, and we was building the altar in the morning, so we have 189 rocks. The people that have been dying in ICE custody since 2003. And sometimes people say, it's not too many, people die more for other reasons. But yeah, the thing we need to think is that people die because they have flu and they don't receive attention. Because I always explain to the people that this world of illegals is like denigrate this human. It led you to think that it's less than an animal. So you can do whatever with this person. So if you say illegal more times, you're gonna make your brain start thinking, oh, this person is not a person. It's something. It's illegal. It's like a one wrong. So I can abuse. I can kill this person. I can take this person to jail. Who cares? It's an illegal. So I think that even in the language that we use, we need to be very aware all the narratives that they are saying. That we are criminals. We are drug dealers. Rapers. I can tell you, like, I saw Claire here. I don't know if Claire is still here. So I met Claire probably maybe like 5 years ago. And she was fighting for have a community garden in the middle of downtown. So at one point she won the fight, and the city offered to her to have a community garden in downtown, and she asked us to be partners. And I said, oh yeah, a community garden in the middle of downtown, yeah, when they are making hotels, yeah, I'm in. So I started breaking pallets like crazy. Like my neighbors started complaining about me. Only I was crazy. I was in a mission. I was thinking, my point is, in the second city that is more gentrified in this country, we are making a community garden in the middle of downtown.
Yeah.
And I make a ramp. I make different things, and with the help the community in Battery Park, then they take care of the garden, and you can go there and see it's amazing the stuff that they have been doing there. And later I met a lot of people in Battery Park, then it's this big building that is there. And we start thinking, oh, we know a lot of resource of food. So maybe we can do a free farmer market inside of these apartments. And we start doing this. And for 2 years now we have been delivered food every morning there. And later from there I start thinking, we can make tiny houses. We can make our own type of housing based in community. I was there. I was making the garden. I was rescue food for one place and sharing the food in these apartments. And I can be next. I can be next. This is the crazy part, and they never tell you the good stories about the good immigrants. They tell you that we are rapers, then we are drug dealers only. What is the story of the people doing good things? There's no stories because they are trying to control the narrative of what we're gonna believe and why they want us to believe. I can tell you that Max, I remember Max walking in this area with a coffin. Do you remember this, Max? He was walking, keep protesting how many people die in the street because they don't have houses. I was there. I was beside Max. And I can be next. Even then I helping the community in every side. I helping elders. I helping youth. I'm around the community making gardens, sharing food, and I can be next. So this is the narrative that nobody's telling you. The good immigrants doing good things. So I think then it's very powerful to you to hear all these stories. Normal people that have been deported, people that is doing stuff in the community, people that is helping the community to grow. And this is the people that they are coming to take from our community. And for me, like I say, the more powerful thing, then if we want to have some kind of hope, today is the hope. If you see besides you is somebody that have the same opinion than you, then want to have a change. So today is a day of hope. All you is a full place of hope for me. So the next thing that we want to do is make an action. How many of you have a cell phone?
Ready? We're going to mobilize. First of all, I want the first thing that we need to do, and I heard you loud and clear that this is a place of hope. I want you to turn to the person next to you, and don't do this if you're not serious. Because I'm serious right now. If you're serious about protecting each other, I want you to turn to the people near you. Pick one person. Introduce yourself to that person and say, I will protect you. And before you leave here, I want you to know. I want you to know where they live. I want you to know what their cell phone number is. I want you to form a relationship. Because see, we formed this line right here, right? To show the world what we know, that people are in concentration camps in our own country. And they're coming. The announcement, the reason we came today is they said they're coming. And we said, like hell they are over us. They have to come over us. And I take seriously my call as a faith leader. I'm glad I see some of my people of faith. We got to get out of the church. Because sanctuary's got to go to the streets. If people are dying in the streets, then don't go to church. I'm a pastor telling you, don't even go to church. Right? Because it means we're not doing our job. We need to go to the streets and protect each other. So if you're serious, I want you to do that as the first act. I want you to introduce yourself to somebody around you and say, I will protect you. And don't do it if you're not willing to protect them. But if you're willing to protect them and to die for them, I want you to introduce yourself to somebody and say, I will protect you. I will protect you. For my friends of color, every time they leave their door, they're at risk. So I want to see my white siblings here. We got to get skin in the game, okay? Yes, ma'am. So don't say it if you don't mean it. Don't say it if you don't mean it. And if you mean it, protect each other. That means you're going to have to sacrifice. We're going to have to get uncomfortable. We're going to have to work around the clock. We're going to have to see people and show up. We're going to have to take some leadership. If you're ready, come on. If you're ready, come on.
I just had a dear one that just came here, and they probably don't want me to say their name. And they're at risk every day, but this is not their fight. And they came to bring water because they heard we were here. And one of our elders that just spoke to us needed water. You see what I'm saying? Because she already knows it's about protecting each other. I've seen this man take so many risks. When a black man was shot and killed by the police in this city, he was out in the streets. He took every risk there was. Because it's about protecting each other. He said it doesn't matter if I'm protected, if my brother down the street isn't protected. So this is a call. This is a call to action, to be serious. We got some mobilizing to do. So if you want to help mobilize, come mobilize with us. There are a lot of people getting mobilized up in here. I see a lot of groups represented here. And we need you. And it doesn't matter. Join forces. Lock your arms with somebody. Do something. It's not about who you do it with. It's about that you do it. And you're serious. So today I want you to take action. I'm going to hand these around the circle. Somebody help me. Get your cell phones out. Again, if you're serious, get your cell phone out. HB 370 just got voted out of the Rules Committee onto the floor. It'll come on the floor this week in the Senate. I want you tomorrow to call your senators. Just ring them off the chain. We don't know what they're going to do. Some people are predicting. But I want them to hear from us regardless. But today we're going to call the governor. We're going to put the governor's office on speed dial. I want everybody to leave a message right now if you're serious for the governor. If you can't get through, you got the number in your phone. Keep dialing until you get through. And now all we're going to say is we're not going to stand for HB 370 in our state. This is a racist law that's attacking our communities. It's undermining the leadership of our black sheriffs who we elected, who are trying to keep all our communities safe. We elected them to keep our community safe, and they took it seriously. And now we got legislature who won't even get skin in the game to protect anybody, and they're trying to undermine the people that are stepping out, who are already at risk. Y'all see how this is going? So we got to protect them. We got to have their backs. So I want you to call the governor. 919 814 2000 919 814 2000. And I want you to ask the governor if HB 370 passes in the Senate to veto it when it comes across his desk. Veto this bill. Protect all our community. And keep the resources here for local people. This is going to divert money from housing, education, and healthcare. Don't be fooled. They're coming for all of us. So we got to stand now. Call the governor, 919-814-2000. I see people on the phone. We're going to give you time to leave a message. That's what I'm talking about. Tear down the wall. 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 Tear voice, say what you need to say, all together. That's what collective action looks like. Don't forget when you're doing this, wherever you do it all the time, which I hope you are, that there's a mighty chorus joining you. We don't often get to see that together. No raids, no sweeps, sanctuary in the streets. 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 You have such a powerful voice. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. This has been powerful. I'm going to call up Pancho Bermejo. Y'all give him some love. He loves Asheville. He's going to bring us to a close.
This is close. And so I guess now you have the secret. The secret is getting up about your neighbor. This is how Sanctuary everywhere starts. You start taking care of the people that is working here in front of us, or the people that work besides this building, or the people that live beside this place. We need to take care of each other because they are coming from one group now. Tomorrow can be the next. So it's time for us to start focus and start doing something. And if you want to start doing something, like you select your group, only select something, select the neighbor that you have today, select something. If you say, oh, I like more this group, I like more this idea, go there. If you like, oh, I like to partner with my neighbors, partner with your neighbors. Only do something and come together because like they are coming for everybody. Like Amy was saying, like they are using these bills and this money to increase ice when we have other problems. We have people dying in the streets. We have people that don't have health care, and we are losing our money to take the workers out. So if you want to feel living with something, filled with hope, because like I said, besides you is a big piece of hope. It's another person that can give you hope to really come together and start doing something. And we can do this. Only we need to do this together. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome. Okay, so I guess people want to march, so if somebody wants to march, you're welcome to march the streets. You have a chance?
What we want is total freedom, constant order. What we want is constant borders. What we want is total freedom, constant borders. We don't need them. What we want is total freedom, constant borders. What we want is total freedom. What we push in the streets, constant borders.